So, Punch Out Boxing again here with Tom Welland in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Tom, is Riyadh, like Dubai, one of the biggest Filipino cities in the world?
100%, we get everywhere, mate. I didn't think there was going to be any Filipinos in Saudi, and I turned up at our hotel and I was greeted by one, so I was like, fucking hell. We can get everywhere, we're actually all over the globe. But yeah, no, it's very similar to Dubai over here, so listen, it's nice, obviously, to be for such an historical event in the 5v5. Again, what another blessing.
Yeah, I've seen you've been training, is it at the Tyson gym?
Mike Tyson gym today, yeah.
Quite a few of the top fighters, are they working out there?
Yeah, listen, Ray Ford was there a couple of hours before us. We was at a different gym where I met Deontay Wilder yesterday. But we're just, again, it's all about shaking our right hand over here, you know. This is great for me. It's great exposure for me, again, to be, as much as I'm not fighting on this card, but the experience for me, you can't buy this sort of thing, you know. And every opportunity that you get to experience this before I fight on it is one that I need to take on the scruff of the neck, and one that I will 100% never turn down.
Absolutely. Did you manage to get any sparring in with anyone?
We haven't as so yet. We've asked around, but we've had the same sort of thing. We've left our kit at home, and listen, it's one of those things. I've always got my stuff if I'm ready. I'm always there, and listen, if there's sparring that turns up, then yeah, we'll take it with both hands.
Yeah, I have no doubts. Well, you're right. Is it on the 14th?
I'm on the 21st.
21st, Bolton, yeah?
Yeah, Bolton. I'm on Linden Arthur number.
Yeah, okay, wicked. And what's the, got any idea of the opponent?
I'm not sure on the opponent or how many rounds I'm fighting. But right now, again, it's another one. It's another fight. It's another, whether it's 4, 6, 8, it doesn't really matter for me. It's another fight. It's another time to get out. It's more exposure. And we're just looking, again, I've said it in all the interviews that I've done, this is right now, it's a development year for me, and I'm only young, I'm 19 years old, it's a coming out party.
Yeah, absolutely. I know after the last fight at York Hall, you weren't happy with your own performance. You wanted to put on a war because you had, I guess, a big sort of travelling fan base. You wanted to put on a show. What did Will say afterwards? Was he happy with the performance?
Listen, I got told that I should have been happy with my performance. Every boxer will be the world's own worst critic, you know, and to a certain extent it's good, but also the boxer will never see the good in themselves. But when I watched it back, I am happy with my performance. There's obviously things that I'm not happy with. It's the same with every performance. There'll always be stuff you're not happy with, and stuff that I'll take to the gym. But overall, I'm very happy with my performance. You know, I took a step up that night when I shouldn't have. I spoke to the matchmaker after. He said to me, "We didn't want that fight for another 2 or 3 years, probably." And again, he's boxed on the fringes of world level. He's boxed at a great level, not just as an amateur, but also as a pro. So again, it shows my pedigree at 19 years old. And again, like I keep saying, this year's a coming out year, you know. And now I've stepped up to that level, it's hard to come back down. So we're gonna keep looking for that sort of opponent. That sort of perfect for me right now is perfect. And we're not looking to come back down in opponent.
It's insane when I think about it. Back in the 80s, kids your age, they used to go 24-0 before they had a serious step up.
Yeah, so, that's it.
Yeah, what you're doing it's pretty impressive. You interested in the fights on this card? Any particular ones?
I'm interested in most of the fights on this card, to be fair. The one I'm most interested in, obviously because it's around my sort of weight, is Ray Ford and Nick Ball. I think it's a great fight, whether it's my weight or not. It's a great fight altogether. I'm a massive fan of Nick Ball. I'm a massive fan of Ray Ford. I love watching them both, and I can't really call it, but right now I think I'm edging towards Ray Ford.
Oh really? A lot of my media colleagues, that they're saying Ray's the much more skilled operator, but a lot of us saying he looks like he's dying on the scales. And then the last fight, he actually said that should have been his last fight at featherweight. So
I do get that with the weight, you know. Again, he's young, but he's been making that weight for a long time, you know. It does take its toll on the body. But when you got a world title at that weight, if you can keep making that weight, you got to keep making it, you know. You want to defend your world title, you want to unify it. Arguably, this could have been a unification if Nick Ball would have got a decision. Yeah. But again, if he can make the weight, he'll make the weight, and he'll always defend it. He'll never vacate it. But I'm a massive fan of Nick Ball. I think I'd love to see him do it. Being a fellow Englishman, I'd love to see Nick Ball do it. But these Americans are such skilled operators. You know, like when I was in there with Shushu, Bruce Carrington, you just see it. Some of the stuff they do is so far in advance of anyone else in terms of boxing nations, you know. The way he dismantled Kurmatov rifle, like that Kurmatov scared me when we was in Newcastle. When I watched him box on O'Hara Richardson undercard, mate, he scared me, you know. And what Ray Ford did to him was, he just pulled it out of the bag that night, and he showed his true worth.
Well, like you said, it can only help you to know what you're up against for the future. Final prediction then, who's going to win it, Matchroom or Queensberry?
I'm saying Matchroom. I think Matchroom will. Oh, you really got took out there. I think Matchroom will. I think Matchroom will win it quite comfortably. Listen, I've got nothing against any of the Queensberry fighters, nothing against Queensberry at all. I think it's a great matchup, but I just think in terms of who Matchroom have got, Deontay Wilder, I think he sparks dazn. I really do. I think Zan's coming to the end of it now. I think he absolutely sparks him. I think Craig Richards is going to do Willie Hutchinson. I think Ray Ford's going to do Nick Ball. Hamza Shiraz, and I don't know, Hamza Shiraz and Ammo Williams. Yeah. I don't know. That's a close fight. I can't call that one. I don't know that. I don't know that one. And I think Hergovich is going to do Dubois. I think Matchroom will take it, to be honest.
Wow, I love that. Most people just sit on the fence and don't give predictions. You actually
sitting on the fence is boring. I'd rather be right or wrong.
All right. Hopefully none of the fighters will hear this, because you don't fight a sulk if you pick against them.
Nothing's personal, is it? Do you know what I mean? You see this a lot. People take things too personally. Nothing's personal. This is boxing. Do you know what I mean? Again, you see the trash talk all the time. Look at all these fighters that trash talk each other. As soon as they stop fighting, it's like, it's not personal, bro. That sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not personal. Like, you call the fight. I'm a boxing fan as well as a fighter. You know, you call the fight. You're right or you're wrong. You move on. It's not personal.
Exactly. I hope all the fighters appreciate that.
Yeah, listen, I'll say it is. You know.
All right, Tom. Have a great weekend here, and me or one of my colleagues will see you in Bolton.
Thank you, my friend.
In a couple of weeks.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.